Okay, interruptions. Alright, I got screws in there. So it appears that, like all S&S air cleaners, you can run the correct choke on here if you want to. And I actually do have it, so it makes it a lot easier to do that than try to reach in here and grab this one that's way over here and pull it up. This one goes right in here like this, and you got to pull up and on it to make it work. It's behind the air cleaner, hot motor, and all that stuff. So, unless I get a different backing plate, I'll use this one. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put the choke on here no matter what. If there's provisions to do it, I'm going to put this one on there because it's just a lot more convenient. So, but we'll wait until after the bike's running for that. We'll get it running without that on there. We just keep this one here. It just unscrews and swap out, no big deal. So, we'll leave that one for now. Okay, the idle mixture screw, I went ahead and cleaned the junk off the tip. So, put a little CRC on the threads here. Screw that all in there. Screws in there pretty easy with a CRC on it. Okay, you go down until it lightly hits. You unscrew it about a turn and a half for starting purposes. Half, one and a half. Close enough. Give or take a quarter on that, 1 1/2. It'll be on the choke anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, next thing I'll look at our idle speed. Try to determine how open it is. So usually what I do, I just kind of look up at the light up here and see how much light I can see past it. Up in here. It's a little bit. Can't see too much, but it's lit up. The copper, or the brass is lit up, so it must be open. So we're going to assume that it's open. I'm going to probably assume that it needs to be cranked up slightly, because it probably is at full idle instead of a fast idle. So the screw appears to be a little tight, so I'm going back and forth a couple times. Yeah, the throttle disc opens up quite a bit when you do that. I'm watching the throttle disc open and close. I'm just going this little bit. The screw moves it quite a bit. Okay, well it's definitely open fast idle now. So, alright, so that's good. And the screw is now working good also. That's a plus. I checked the screw over here already on that one. Okay, this over here is going to be your accelerator pump screw. Let's go ahead and put a lube on that thing. Go ahead and spray all this stuff a little bit. It's probably all pretty dry in there, I bet. Now these I like pretty much screwing them all the way off, but looks like they had it full on. I'm going to leave it on a little bit for initially to make sure it works, and then I'll shut it all off until I need it. So, see, as you work the throttle, you'll see it hit the stop right here. Right there, and then it goes like that. So once it hits a stop, it doesn't push up on the accelerator pump rod anymore. See how it stops right there, it doesn't go any further. So you adjust it right here, how much squirt you want, by backing that on and off. So that's how you adjust it. We're going to leave it on right now so we can make sure it works. Then I'll shut it off before I get it running. Go ahead and put one of these O-rings in here while I'm thinking about it. Push it in there nice and even and flat. Thumb around a couple times and make sure it's all the way in there. It should be above the surface quite a bit, so we know it seals. I had some doubts about that working before, remember? Okay, so now we got our emulsion tube here. Put your goop on that. Put that in there. Tighten it up. little bit of squirt in the two jet holes there. So we're putting our new jet in there, small one, 70. Our low speed jet, the smaller one, 29.5 instead of a 31. Got to get through the, got to screw through the hard ass gasket there. So I got to push pretty hard to get it started. Once it's started, it just screws in like normal. Okay, that one's in. Our main jet's right here. That one's in. Good. Got all our jets in there. Okay, we got our pump rod right here. Put a little bit of squirtum on it. It's the only lubricate it's going to get. Okay, where is the... Goes right through the hole right here. Goes through your bellows. Like that. 10. Alright, we got everything back in there now. Get our float bowl ready to go. Put our little new O-ring right here. Now, if you leave this big air leak in here, it doesn't run very good. So, put that in there. Just go ahead and slip this together. The rod goes through the hole right there. The other rod goes through that hole there. Line it up. Goes right against the surface of the gasket. Pretty good. See, that's the gap right now is that new O-ring in there. So that's why it's up in the air slightly. Pretty simple carburetor, it's not that hard to work with. So the accelerator pump is where all the work was at. I'm just screwing these down until the screws hit. Get all the screws in there tight before you, or get all the screws started before you torque anything down. Okay, they're all started. Now just bring them down until they just bottom out. That one bottomed out there. That one there. There's you. And you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some torque on them. Okay, there you go. Make sure the accelerator, the throttle works. Got a pretty heavy spring on it, but make sure it goes full open. It does. You hear the accelerator pump squirting, trying to. So we know that's working. All right. Good. Okay, now we got our insulator block. Pull out this old gasket here without poking yourself, so use a sharp pick. Kind of get in there, get under it. Do not put your finger there. See how it pulls the O-ring up a little bit? That allows you to get it over the edge. Once it's over the edge, you just roll it out. Comes out pretty hard. We got the new one right here to go in. Get all four corners kind of started and then do the last one over here. Try not to roll it in. This one doesn't want to stay in, it's popping out, so get it in there further. Try not to roll it. If you put a twist in it, it gives a path for an air leak. So okay, so that one's in there good. The O-rings do not go next to each other. They go against a flat, unsealed surface. Like that. It goes down. More interruptions.